Although I have the craft room of my dreams now, it wasn't always the case. And today I'm going to be sharing how you can create the crafting space of your dreams, even if you only have a small corner, an unused closet, or maybe you have a basement laundry room like me. Hi, I'm Elise from the blog LePetitSaintCrochet.com, and when I first started crocheting, I only had a small bookcase in my living room, and it was the perfect spot for me to store all of my yarn and my notions, my granny square blankets, and some amigurumi projects. But as my love for crocheting and eventually knitting grew, I needed more room. So I took over part of our guest bedroom, and it was wonderful, but I knew I was growing out of it. And I kept thinking, where could I have a craft room? I really need a craft room. I want to have a studio space, and I want to have a workspace, and I wanted to have lots of room to be able to store all the things that I have. And it finally dawned on me that I had a laundry room down in my basement that wasn't being well used. It actually is a fairly decent sized space, but it was dark. There's no natural light in here. It's a bit dingy. We had water issues, but I decided that I was going to transform that dark and dirty spot into my beloved craft room. I have a whole video of the transformation, the before, the after, the everything in between if you want to see that. But today we're talking about you and how you can create the crafting space of your dreams. You don't need a lot of room, but you need a little imagination and some inspiration, and that's what I'm here to do. One of my favorite ways to get inspiration for organizing in general, but especially for my craft room, is at IKEA. I love all of the space saving ideas that they have. So whether or not you have an IKEA locally to you, it really doesn't matter because I'm going to show you around mine. I'm going to show you how you could use some of the things that they have in your own crafting space that maybe you wouldn't think would work in a crafting space, but they actually really do. They are masters at small space organization, and that is the case for most of us with our crafting spaces. We don't have a ton of room and we need help getting everything organized. Even if you don't have a local IKEA to you, you could still take some of these ideas, whether you're thrift shopping or just looking around your own home for what you already have. Don't think that this is just about IKEA, because it's not. It's about re-looking at the spaces that we have and being able to utilize them for our crafting needs. I am so excited to talk about these organizing tips for crocheters and knitters and all of the amazing things that I found on my trip to IKEA. But first of all, I want to share a little bit about the sponsor for today's video, Skillshare. I've been a huge fan of Skillshare for quite some time now, but if you are new to Skillshare and you don't know anything about it, let me share with you that Skillshare is an online community for lifelong learners. You'll find thousands of inspiring classes to learn new skills or to deepen your existing passions. There are so many classes on Skillshare for knitters, crocheters, and handmade business entrepreneurs. One of the classes that I'm really excited about right now is the Cozy House Socks, an introduction to sock knitting by Whitney Hayward. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you may know that learning how to knit socks is on my bucket list, and this looks like the perfect class. But also, if you're interested in handmade business topics, there are several by Christina Turner, the designer behind Tiny Curl. She has the product photography basics for your handmade business, which I've taken that class and it is excellent. The other one is photo editing for bright and bold product photography. Both of those classes would be perfect if you have an Etsy shop. But the class that I'm currently taking is Productivity for Artists, Organizing Yourself for Success by Brooke Glazer. One of the things that I've learned from this class is the importance of your work environment, especially for creative people. One of the great things about Skillshare is that it is curated for learners, and there are no ads, and they are always opening new classes. And the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box below will get a 1-month premium membership of Skillshare so that you can start exploring your creativity today. This is Granny, and we are here at IKEA, and I'm on the hunt for IKEA stuff, just stuff. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, and I hope we find some really great things. Let's see. Let's go see. Maybe you only have a small area for your crafting space. I love this small pink bedroom. It has big open shelves, perfect for yarn storage, and look at all of that storage all of the way up to the ceiling. There's also a sizable work desk with additional storage for small things like crochet hooks, embroidery floss, and yarn needles. They also have good lighting, which is so important for your work area. Adding some pretty decorative touches makes this space perfect. Look for pieces that might be advertised for something completely different like clothing or shoe storage. I also love these rolling carts. They're ideal for moving around your home, and for only $29, that's a pretty good deal, and they also come in lots of different colors. This pretty desk space is perfect for a small area. There are nice large shelves backed with pretty blue and white wallpaper, and notice the lamp clicked to the shelf. Lighting is so important. The simple wood desk is a great size. Another option is open shelving above an existing desk in your home. You could store a lot of yarn on those shelves. These pretty blue boxes are perfect for storing patterns or magazines. They fit neatly on a shelf and keep papers tidy. IKEA is known for their modern aesthetic, but I'm finding more pieces that fit my style, like these gray hutches. They would make a great crafty corner in any room. Look at furniture you already have around your home that could work for your crafting needs. Could you paint it or add some pretty wallpaper? This desk would be great for measuring. It reminds me of blocking boards. I really liked these desk drawer organizers for all the notions us crafters accumulate. They keep everything neat and tidy. This combination of desk, open shelving, and pegboard would be a perfect crafting space. Now, if you happen to be lucky enough to have an unused or underutilized closet, there are so many things you could do. Although all of the closet organizers at IKEA were for clothing, they could easily be adapted for crafting. Imagine all the yarn on those shelves. Even though this narrow cabinet was made for shoes, imagine it full of colorful yarn. And don't forget lighting, especially in a dark closet. You want to be able to find everything. If you have an entire room you can use for crafting, you're in luck. But even then, keeping everything organized and accessible can be a challenge. I have these calyx shelves in my craft room. They are perfect for storage and displaying finished items. Baskets are another cute way to store projects and yarn. I mostly buy mine at thrift stores because they are only a couple of dollars. One of the best things crafters can do is go vertical. Use your vertical wall space for storage and organization. This hanging file system would be great for crocheting and knitting patterns. I love how open shelving is practical for storage, but can look just as gorgeous, full of yarn, books, and finished objects. These racks would look amazing full of crafting magazines. There are so many options for vertical storage for crafters. Don't neglect the kitchen section for your crafting space. Baskets and boxes are perfect for storing crafting supplies for easy access. Clear food storage containers are also great for keeping notions organized. I would use these for safety eyes, for amigurumi, yarn scraps, buttons, and anything small. I have these inexpensive white bins in my pantry. They would be great for keeping yarn organized. The next time you're shopping, check out the kitchen section for crafting organization inspiration. The kids section in IKEA was not where I thought I would find many ideas for a crafting space. I'm so glad I was wrong. Children typically have an abundance of things from clothes to toys to art supplies and everything in between. IKEA had amazing storage solutions for kids' rooms that would work well for crafters too. Because of their small proportions, they are great for tight crafting spaces. Plus, the colors are so much fun. I also love the idea of displaying swatches, color palettes, or crafting inspiration on the walls or above your workspace in your crafting room. Don't forget to check out the office section as well. The ideal office combines good workspace plus organized storage for maximum efficiency. Work desks, file systems, and abundant shelving make an office productive, but that goes for crafters too. I hope this video gave you some ideas for how you could carve out your own crafting space in your own home. I really don't want this to come across like, oh, I have this big crafting room now, because you know what? Just a reminder, this is still in my basement. I have concrete floors. I don't have a finished ceiling, but it still is mine and I'm super happy with it. Always look at that and realize that it might not be perfect, and that's okay. It can be perfect for you. And as always, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Comment and let me know if you have a crafting space of your own, or is that still a dream? And I really hope that this gave you some ideas for how to be able to do this in your own space. And as always, stay safe out there and happy stitching.